unraveling deep state influences on the JFK assassination, Trump and Kennedy's political battles.
Good guys are. And since you're in the state you're in, Massachusetts, I want everybody to hear this loud and clear. One of the other reasons JFK was taken out is because he tried to force AIPAC, when he was the president, to register as a foreign agent. And the Israeli prime minister at the time, David Ben-Gurion, didn't like that. In fact, JFK went the extra special step in 61 and 62, where he tried to send our nuclear regulatory team in to examine the nuclear reactor at Dimona that Israel was saying they were going to make electricity at, which turned out they never made electricity. That's actually where the plutonium that was stolen from Pennsylvania, now you understand why Dr. Oz was running where he was running. That plutonium was stolen, and LBJ gave the investigation after that, even though there was tremendous data. That's when Israel got their ball, and that was the payoff for helping us kill JFK. So I think everybody in Massachusetts should want to know that story. But I want you to know that part of the reason that we can't get to the gritty tax, we have a Kennedy in right now that's willing to put his own life on the line. Kennedy family wants to tell you he's a black sheep. I think they just want this to go to bed because of how their family has been handled by the industrial military complex. I'm going to tell you, even Teddy Kennedy, I think he was taken out also by the same group. That's a story for another day. But I hope that somebody becomes a really good attorney general. I was so happy when Getz was announced because I thought that he would go to the nth degree. Why? Matt Getz is my congressman in Florida. Where I vote is in Congressional District 1. And the reason why I think he's a champion, I don't care about all the bad news around him. He actually runs the El Salvadorian, how shall we say, lobby for the United States government down here. And he was ready to employ Plan Bukele to the United States, where criminals get put in jail, meaning that you do the crime, you're going to do the time. And guess what? That's the type of AG we need to take the deep state apart. And I think Trump is incapable of taking the deep state apart, but I think Bobby, Matt Getz, they know where the drain plug is. And they should be given jobs where they can go directly after the drain plug.
One of the critiques of Trump and Kennedy, I've been a fan of Kennedy forever because he was one of the first real loud and credible people that were pushing back against the lack of vaccine science and all the fuckery with that. But once he decided to run for president, a lot of people in my community, a lot of skeptical people said, like, well, look at his stance on Israel. Look at Trump's stance on Israel.
Yeah, but it makes totally sense if you think about it. Trump doesn't have the excuse Bobby does. Let's just use third grade logic here. If your uncle and your dad was killed by the intelligence agencies, which I think is beyond a shadow of a doubt now, would you come out and start talking shit about Israel? Do you understand why the Kennedy family wants to paint Bobby as the black sheep? They don't want another Kennedy taken out. They've already had 3 taken out.
So you think they're protecting them?
Yeah, I think, look, I can tell you a story. I don't think I've told it publicly. If I have, I apologize. But the day that Rick, Bobby, and I sat down, Rick asked us the question off camera. He said, are either one of you worried about putting a target on yourself by sharing the information that you're sharing with us right now? Because, we took a break in this podcast. And Bobby says no. He goes, it's part of doing business. And in fact, that day, 2 people tried to climb over the wall to actually kill Bobby, in case you don't know that. That actually happens the day that we do that podcast, over a year ago now. And Rick asked me the same question. I said, Rick, I've been pulled off a cruise ship. I've had the FBI toss my salad. I've been to talk to people in intelligence agencies for 20 years because of the stuff that I've uncovered with Becker's work. So I'm at the end of my career. They can't affect me on the medicine side anymore. I'm a small fish in this story, but what am I really? I will tell you really what I am. I'm the guy that made the way, or I should say Elon Musk made the way for me. See, Dorsey gave me the platform to say all these things. Now I'm telling them to you. Literally, the day after the Danny Jones podcast, YouTube and Sergey Brin turned my channel off. And remember, I don't have a podcast. I can't do anything on YouTube anymore because I am unfolding his dirty laundry in front of the whole world to see. And I happen to know his ex-wife pretty good now. I used to think she was part of the problem, and I found out that she wasn't. I found out that she was lied to just like the rest of us. And to her credit, not only did she flip in her politics, but she did something to gain my trust. She actually spent money on things that would actively go against the paradigm that's in power.